Hey everyone, RogueGold here, and today we've got more new announcements and changes coming with TU16 of the Division 2 that were not announced in the PTS Phase 1 patch notes that really give me a sense that there was a lot more to this update than was just initially posted with those notes, and so I want to go over some of those additional changes and features today with you all. Now, by the time I'm posting this, it has already been a day since the PTS for TU16 went live, so I know a lot of you have already had a chance to try this stuff out, and I hope you are very much enjoying it. I was very busy on the day that it launched, and so I will be doing a stream though tomorrow, Sunday, August 21st at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So I very much hope a lot of you can tune in to see some of my reactions and first looks at the stuff that's on the PTS. Going to be a lot of fun. But for now, let's go over some of this new PTS stuff. And firstly, we're getting more gear set reworks. The first one that we got was with Striker back in TU14, which was in December of 2021. And at the time, when Trick Dempsey was still in the game, she was letting us know that she had greater plans for some of these other gear sets, stuff like ongoing directive in groups. She mentioned system corruption was on there. And so a lot of us wondered, now that we're way into year 4 and some of this content is coming out, when are those going to pop up? Well, the patch notes for PTS Phase 1 of TU16 were amended and changed I guess yesterday when you all are watching this, but when the PTS went live. And so you can see right here that there's an ongoing directive gear set change coming to the game with this update. So this is going to be the new functionality of ongoing directive. Shooting a status-affected enemy will apply a mark. Killing a marked enemy grants a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon and half a clip of the agent's active weapon to the rest of the party. Hollow point ammo amplifies weapon damage and applies bleed on hit, and the mark lasts for 10 seconds. So, this is pretty interesting. When Trick originally said that she wanted to make ongoing directive work better in groups, I thought that just meant that you would have more reliability for yourself as far as your teammates killing the enemies. And technically, that is what is happening here, but there's also a really big support feature now with this gear set, which is that you killing a a marked enemy gives ammo to the rest of your party, just for whatever weapon they're using. That's really cool. It's cool that this is turning into a little bit more of a support set. Not every single gear set has to be focused around the most DPS possible, I think. Healing sets, support sets, tank sets are all very viable and should be in the game, and I'm glad that ongoing directive is kind of going in this direction. So not only is that really exciting, but there are more coming that we are now aware of. If you scroll down a bit, Morten Ryberg was talking a bit about this change on here, and then Yannick responded to him saying, you can see right here, we have more. So I don't know if it's going to be with TU16 and we'll see more of them as the PTS goes on, but at least for this update and the next one or two, we're going to get more gear set reworks. Now, as far as what those might be, we don't yet know. As I said before, Trick had mentioned system corruption by name is one that she was looking into, so I would not be surprised at all if that's one that we see. I think Tip of the Spear could receive some love. Maybe that's going to change though with the specialization rework. So there's a few in there that could get tweaked and changed, but definitely ongoing and system corruption I'm looking forward to, and we'll see what others they have planned down the pipeline. I'm really excited for these, gear set stuff. Talent reworks, I think, are all things that are very important for the health of the game and its longevity, and so I hope that we continue to see more of those as time goes on. Gear set reworks are not the only exciting new thing coming with TU16 that was not originally conveyed to us, though. If we go over to Yannick's Twitter, and again, this was all yesterday, I'm posting this a day later, but we now know that there's an additional quality of life change coming where you can hide your specialization weapon, which is something that a lot of people have been asking for a long time. It's only a cosmetic thing, so some people might not think it's the most important thing in the world, but as somebody who enjoys customizing their character, especially in a third-person game, I'm pretty excited for this change. So somebody tagged Yannick saying what happened to the signature weapon. It disappeared on backpacks, and that was just something they were noticing in the PTS, and he said this is intended. With Season 10, we're adding the ability to hide your signature weapon. The implementation on PTS 1 is still a work in progress, but it will work properly on PTS Phase 2. So there you have it. The ability to hide your signature weapon is coming, most likely with its full implementation in Phase 2, and I think this kind of points to the fact that, as we move along and we get towards Phase 2, stuff like this and more different changes and quality of life stuff or even big reworks are going to be factored into the patch notes, and it really gives us the sense that we don't have the full story yet about the entirety of TU16's content. So that's pretty exciting to me, and that is further reinforced by this last one that I want to go over with you all. Now it kicked me out of there, but that is that we have 2 new items that were not listed on the Phase 1 patch notes, so they're currently in TU16 PTS Phase 1. And those are 2 named items for the new brand set, which is, again, Arquebus Brazos, which gives you skill haste, a skill tier, and ammo capacity. And so, the first one is a named backpack called the Hermano, and it gives you Perfected Overclock, which is allies within 10 meters of your deployed skills gain 30% reload speed and reduces their active cooldowns by 0.4 seconds each second. So, Overclock is definitely a very underused talent, I would say, but with how much they're leaning into support this season with stuff like the new talent and the new, one we just went over with gear set rework with ongoing directive, I think Overclock could definitely creep into viability, especially in the new legendary stuff. I haven't had a chance yet to see how people are interacting with those different missions, but I'm a fan of support talents, and I think Overclock has the opportunity to be a lot better than it is, and so I really hope that this perfected version can really make it shine a bit more than it has recently. But that is not the most exciting new gear piece, at least in my opinion. If we go over to the next image here, we have Picaro's holster, and this is getting a lot of attention, at least on Twitter today. So it is a named holster, of course, of the new brand set that we just talked about. It comes with armor, and then not only does it have its 2 attributes regularly, like holsters do, but it comes with 20% weapon damage as an additional feature. And that's big. That is more than a regular weapon damage core roll. It's more than a lot of talents give you, like stuff like concussion gives you 15%. I guess obliterate gives you 25 now. But point is, that's a big weapon damage buff on something that is giving you armor and is a relatively skill-focused brand set. So it's definitely going to be a really great hybrid piece. I think it's going to be, I've seen people say this already. It's going to be go-to alongside the likes of Fox's Prayers and the Contractor Gloves. So I'm not necessarily saying this is going to be OP, but I think it's going to be incredibly strong, and I think it's going to be one of those next best-in-slot items alongside those 2 that I just mentioned, and so that's going to be really interesting to see how that affects the meta across PvE and PvP. I'm a big fan of hybrid, so if this can give us the opportunity to lean more into that direction of build making, then I'm definitely excited for it, but again, very interested to see how this one plays out, and Picaro's holster is absolutely going to be one that I'm chasing as soon as Season 10 drops. And there you have it, folks. Those are just a look at a few of the new changes and features that were not, again, previously announced on the Season 10 TU16 PTS patch notes that are indeed coming with this update, and I think it just points to the fact that there is a lot coming with this update that we were not previously aware of, and I'm really excited for it all, and I hope you are as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe with notifications on to be updated every time I upload. Let me know your thoughts about all of these new features and changes. What do you think about these older gear sets getting their reworks? Stuff like ongoing directive, probably system corruption in the future. What gear sets do you want to see worked on? What do you think about the new quality of life stuff like hiding your specialization weapon, the new items like Picaro's holster giving you 20% weapon damage as just a passive attribute? I think it's pretty crazy, but I'll be very curious to hear all of your thoughts as always. Reminder, I will be streaming the PTS live tomorrow night, which is August 21st at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on the channel, so be sure to tune into that and let me know everything you want me to test out and try out. I will certainly be keen to do it all, but that is going to do it for me today, everybody. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until the next one, guys, RogueGold.